Are you thinking about buying or selling a home or are a real estate professional and want to keep up with the Twin Cities market news, stats, and trends? Then come hang out with us for a little while. I'm Kirk Duckwall, and welcome to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Make sure you check us out online as well at twincitiesrealestateshow.com. There you will find all of our past shows, links to our market meter, our home buyer and sellers guides that are free to download. Check them out. Again, at twincitiesrealestateshow.com. I'd like to welcome in Jilly Jenkins.
I'm back.
It's been a little while.
I know.
See you.
Like a few months.
It's really nice to be back.
Yeah.
Missed you guys.
Yeah, thanks
Chad
for coming.
Missed you,
Priebe,
Lauren.
thank you for coming in.
Yeah, good seeing
Yeah,
you guys.
today.
Even Lauren. Thank you to you, too.
Yes. You want me to stand up and turn the camera? All right. So today we're going to be getting into past the peak tactics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this may be a surprise for some people. Listen, what do you mean past the peak? Aren't we in the spring market right now? Yeah, we're transitioning from the spring market into the summer market. And we'll talk about exactly where things are at and how you can address that. Don't get yourself in panic mode by any means, but you know, there are ways you want to change how you list a property or how you go about making offers, setting up showings, just different strategies as the market changes.
Yeah, it sure felt like wintertime when we were going through our spring market here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
The weather.
Nothing too spring about it, but
It doesn't surprise me, though, to see the slowdown that we're seeing because, you know, I think it was 2017 was another year where there was just a really long winter.
Like heavy snow.
Yeah, and it went into by the time June came around, it was like dead quiet out there, right? And the seller's like, what the heck? I thought it was crazy market. Well, the market was crazy 2 months earlier, but you know, by the time it really warmed up and got the wave of inventory coming in. So I think we may be in line to see something very similar this year.
Okay.
Interesting.
yeah.
So getting into some of the stats and trends that we're seeing out there now in the marketplace, and this is for the week ending on the 29th, and looking at the week after as well. New listings into the marketplace was at about 1,300 in the Twin Cities area, which is down a fair amount over last year as to the listings into the marketplace by about 27%.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's a big number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt it, though. Did you feel that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things on the Monday call that we covered, the company call, was that the sale pace out there is what was it? Pending sales are at levels similar to 2011.
Yeah.
Total number of sales similar to 2011, and closed sales is similar to 2008.
Okay.
So, you know, sales at the pace, the number of homes that are selling is just down that much out
The
there.
inventories just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, our
does.
gap of inventory, although the month supply is up, I think we're at 1.6 months supply over, I think last year at the same time, it might have been like 0.9 or 1 month supply.
Yeah.
So that has increased, but the actual spread in inventory is only a couple percent now.
Right.
And at one point last fall, we were up by almost 20%, I think it was. So
And the good news about the difference between 08 to 2011 today is that equity-rich folks,
Yep.
right, across the country,
Yep.
you know, people are making their payments on time. So it's just a totally different dynamic than it was then compared to now.
yeah, if we could just see those rates come down a
Exactly.
bit, I think
Yeah.
we're going to see
They went up again.
a fair amount of people
Right.
that jump into the marketplace. Because I think if we can get into the fives, a lot of people that have been just sitting that need more space, they
Yeah.
need that change,
Right.
they might move because maybe, you know, when they got into the housing market, it was in the fives, right?
Yeah.
When we're in the mid sixes, where are rates, by the way?
They're in about mid sixes today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right, though. It's consumer confidence and affordability.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, people nowadays, I feel like are a little more their pencils are a little sharper nowadays when they make a decision.
Looking at budgets.
We have budgets. I mean, with our technology we have today, most consumers are empowered with some of the same tools we have.
Yeah.
So, and that's a good thing, though, right? You want to be a smart home buyer, smart home seller. And as we get through the market that we're in, with the numbers and the information you're sharing, Kirk, I think we're ahead. We're just about to turn the corner with some more
I think it's there.
inventory.
Yeah, I mean, we can actually see we are outpacing last year on the showings per week per listing average, right?
Okay.
So we have cleared that hurdle. We're up by 4
Well,
or 5%.
is that because the inventory is like there's less places for people to
No,
look?
no. I mean, we are technically in inventory. We're still more homes than we were last year at the same time, but just by a couple of percent. So we are seeing more confidence in the market today than we were last year at the exact same time.
Okay.
Because keep in mind, rates were skyrocketing at this. It just had gone from 3.5% up into that 5-6% range. So that scared a lot of buyers, and I think the market has gotten more used to. And we can see that with sale prices. Sale prices basically year over year, flat, not moving.
I just
right?
saw that yesterday when I was reading.
Like plateaued.
Plateaued. Yeah. We look at it's.
I like that.
Yeah, virtually. I mean, zero. And we haven't seen that for years. Now, again, that is the month over month. The 12-month rolling is still up by 4.7%.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Which is a healthy amount.
That's normal.
That's a healthy amount. When
Yep.
we're in the double digits like we have been the past several years, it's sustainable.
I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
what we're going to see is, if rates do start to trend down just even a little bit, you're going to see more confidence in the marketplace. I think you are going to see more homes coming to the market. And I think we're going to see everything. Again, we've been normalizing. I think we're going to finalize that normalization is the best way to put it. New listings in the marketplace. Looking at some of the early data for just this last week, looks like about 1,400 listings, so up by another 100. But keep in mind, last year at the same time, we were 1,800 listings coming into the marketplace.
Okay.
Pending sales is moving up from 977 to 1,045. And here's that inventory of homes. So up 2.7% is the total number of homes on the market.
From last year?
From last year. So last year was 6,097 in the Twin Cities, and now it's 6,259.
Okay.
So we'll see how that holds there. I do think that gap is going to increase a little bit as time goes on. Looking at the market meter, still very strong. That's at a 9.85.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's falling. And that's why I said we're past the peak. Our peak market on the market meter was a 10.16, which was an extreme seller's market range. Again, this doesn't mean that home prices are dropping like a rock. It just means you got to be careful about how you price. And we're going to get into that, and also how you shop as a buyer out there. What are the tactics you want to use? You don't necessarily want to be laying all your cards on the table out of the gate unless you are in that multiple offer situation.
Got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Correct.
Thanks, Kenny. All right, we're going to take a quick. Yes, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Check us out again online, TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. We'll be right back. Kirk Duckwall here again with the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Our local sponsors are BRIX Real Estate, Network Title, Eric Bloomstrand and Chad Priebe with Bell Bank Mortgage, and James Tufson with the Preserve Group.
When shopping for a mortgage, there is a formula to get the best rate. With the market today, knowing this formula is more important than ever. My name is Chad Priebe with Bell Bank Mortgage. I have over 20 years experience in the mortgage industry and in home buying education. I'd like to share this useful tool with you to help you shop for your mortgage. You can find me at chadpriebe.com or call me at 651-207-9274.
Hello, my name is James Topson with the Preserve Group. Anyone can sell you insurance. However, is it going to be the insurance you need? When life surprises pop up, you want the right coverage. When it comes time to find or renew your policy, give me a call. I would love to review your existing policy and show you what I can do for you. You can email me at james@mypreservegroup.com or give me a call at 651-728-4334.
Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall with BRIX Real Estate and the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest financial transactions people make. Before you make your next move, download our free Smart Home Buyer or Smart Seller guides to give you the edge in our real estate market. From deal hunting to knowing the right repairs for maximizing value, these free guides have it all. Check them out and more at BRIXTwinCities.com under publications. Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Today, talking about past the peak tactics. What do I mean by that? The velocity in the marketplace is slowing down. Showings per week per listing, right? So that was in the 8s a couple weeks ago. So average number of showings somebody can expect in the 250 to 500K price range. It was around 8. Now we're down to 7.5. We've been seeing that ticking down, about 3 weeks running. So now total number of showings across the area is up. Right? So buyers are out there. They're out there in force. It's just you're not getting as many buyers through every house.
Right.
And that's the velocity that we're looking at. So, for sellers that are coming onto the market, there are some tactics you want to use. Again, buyers, some tactics that you want to put into place. So let's start off with the listing side of things. So somebody who's looking to sell their home. They're going to, as they're pricing, don't look at what your comparable sales in the neighborhood just sold for, right? The house that sold a month ago, the house that sold 2 months ago, closed 2 months ago, the house that's closed a week ago. If you price there, you may be chasing the market down.
Yeah, you should be looking at what they listed at.
Exactly.
And then see what the difference is there and kind of maybe feel out that difference and where it should land.
Yeah, so one really interesting stat, you have, I'm writing a book right now. It's called The House Will Sell Itself, but at what cost? And it's improving outcomes with data, helping buyers and sellers. And one of the stats is, the chapter is, what was it? It can't hurt to price it there, right?
Okay.
Or it can't hurt to try, I think was the chapter name, right? And,
why not?
Right, but it can. And it's somewhere around 7%. A house that misprices, once it builds the market time, has to do a price reduction. It's about a 7% lower price it will sell for than its competition that prices correctly out of the gate.
That's serious money.
That is serious money.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, especially for our average price point in the metro. That's a lot of money.
It is. I mean, this book is just chocked full of data points that...
Well, can I please be involved with the art direction of that cover when it comes around? Because I'm picturing like a professor, a headshot, right?
Yeah.
So pricing strategy, what you want to make sure that you're doing is you're pricing to let the market intersect you, and maybe even be a little ahead of the ball. So people look at your home and go, oh, hey, that's priced. That's a good price. They're still really excited. You get a ton of showing traffic and you go into that multiple offers.
Yeah. A lot of agents started their business in the biggest upswing that our country has seen in the market and for housing, and have continued to price as if that upswing is constant.
Yeah.
It's not. You need to be aware of the fluctuations seasonally, all of our mini fluctuations we have throughout the year, right?
Yep.
And right now we're on, like you said, a little bit of a downtick.
Yep.
Right? So don't
Looking
price like we have been. A lot of agents are pricing that too high. Yeah. And then they're not getting a frenzy. They're not getting people feeling like this is a good deal. Let's get an offer in.
Right. And I know
people that waited out for that price drop.
the sentiment when somebody, well, I don't want to sell my house at a good deal. What you want, though, is buyers to think it looks like a good buy. So that way they come there, and then you get the activity, and then it goes into multiple offers, and then it sells for significantly over. Again,
the buyers dictate the price.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get you know what I mean? Like,
oh, well, yeah, my favorite, it's a tough pill to swallow, I think, for a lot of sellers. But at the end of the day, the buyer decides how much a house is going to sell for. And somebody will go, well, no, if I don't get the price I want, I'm just not selling. Then what you've established is your house does not have an established value. You are only at an established price when a buyer makes an offer and successfully closes. That's what your house is worth to a buyer, right? You can be whatever you want. I mean, my 2016 truck with 200,000 miles is worth $1 million to me, but is it worth that to you?
Yes.
No, it's only worth what it is when somebody's willing to pay it. So you want to make sure that you're pricing for what we think the market's going to tolerate, and we want to drive as many people in there. I mean, other data points are, time on market in that book that I'm working on, that homes that sit for 30 days. Yeah, it basically works out to the same, which is every 10 days a home is on the market, it's about 1% less that it's going to sell for than what the average is. So you want to make sure that you really are pricing correctly.
Yeah.
And that is a huge, so yeah, there are times where you actually want to push on sale price. There's, you want to make sure that you're gauging the activity levels and making the appropriate decision. Right now, the appropriate tactic with a market that's slowing down is to make sure that you put it a little bit here so the buyers see that value, and then let it go up on its own.
Build
Okay.
attraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a listing agent, are you bringing the like maybe 3 different price scenarios to your seller, saying, okay, here's one plan, here's plan 2, here's plan 3, like having those backup options so you're setting that expectation correctly?
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll
You know
pull
what I
the
mean?
showing activity on a house that is maybe been aggressive.
Okay.
And, with their price and show that, it's not moving.
Yeah.
Right. That the house is sitting.
and your clients might say that when they're listing with you. Oh, well, the neighbor has their house, which is comparable to mine.
Right.
Like we've said before, and maybe neighbor's not always comparable, but their house is listed at this. It's like, well, their house is sat for a month. Like, how fast do you want to sell?
Right.
And we know that value
Yep.
is moving down.
Okay. Thank you.
You also still,
Yes.
you got to make sure that you have that quality marketing, that you're showing well. Fun little stat. You want quality marketing that looks, draws people in, but you don't want too much. So for fun, I pulled a data set of homes that used 3D tours. And I have been of the opinion that a 3D tour will actually slow down your showing activity. You'll reduce the number of showings that you have, and we know the less showings that you have, the less a home typically will sell for. I'll get the argument.
Less offers you'll get.
Yep. I'll get the argument, well, I don't want somebody to look at the home that doesn't want it. Well, the problem is a 3D tour is not an accurate reflection of your house.
Right.
No.
You have to be in there.
Yeah.
So not to my surprise, when I pulled this data set, what is the average so for this one, I did South Minneapolis, looking at 1 year worth of sales.
Okay.
The homes that did not use 3D tours versus the ones that did use 3D tours, 5% less. They sold for 5%
The 3D
less.
tours.
Mhm.
Wow.
5%.
Yeah, that's a lot. I
Okay.
appreciate that you did that math and checked out those stats
Yeah.
because I know you're the stat king, so I like you the most, the stat king over here.
Wish I could do that with like sports betting.
Same.
Right.
But you told me like probably about a year ago, stop doing the walkthroughs, the virtual tour walkthroughs and stuff. It did have a place during COVID.
Yes.
It was
Correct.
really necessary at
Yeah.
that time frame. But then once we kind of got past that point and showings could kind of continue at a normal pace as they had before, and with maybe more than one group in at a time, you know, it wasn't necessary anymore. And I did end up seeing like more showings being booked because especially when we were working with first time home buyer range pricing homes that maybe are like $350 and under, there's going to be damage. There's going to be problems within the home that you're going to see in the video, but you're not going to see how awesome the neighborhood was. You're not going to see how wonderful that backyard was. You're not going to see the parking that no one else has. You know what I mean?
The way I put it is you cannot explain to somebody what it's like to fly in a fighter jet unless you fly in a fighter jet, right? Right. Oh, you get pushed back in your seat and it goes really fast, and the blood rushes to your right. Like you're not going to know unless you get into that, right? So you're not going to know that house, no matter all the videos that you watch of fighter jets flying, Thunderbirds, whatever, right? That you're not going to know a home until you walk through that home. And 3D tours, a lot
you're
of
not going to
agents.
smell the cat pee in that 3D tour.
Let me ask you guys this too: is that 3D touring more for the agents' exposure out on their social media advertising?
To use it as
bumps you up, and Zillow.
Yep.
It
but
does
is it a
bump you
tool
up.
for the seller that's really
So
beneficial?
I was actually having a conversation with somebody over at showing time, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have way more saves." And I go, "How many more showings do you have?" She's like, "I don't know that stat." So like,
interesting.
It from what we're seeing on the data that we're pulling, it's a negative. So,
okay.
I'm sure that there's more. With different price ranges, maybe different opinions of that. But in my opinion, I agree with you fully.
Yeah.
In my experience.
So we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll touch on some tactics that buyers should be considering with a market that is slowing down. Make sure you check out our past shows, TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. We have all of those on there, as well as our free guides, the Smart Home Buyer, the Smart Sellers Guide, a link to our market meter. Keep up with what the market's doing today.
That's
Not
a
2
key
months
word.
from now,
Yep.
today. Again, that's TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. We'll be right back.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.
Hello, my name's James Topson with the Preserve Group. Anyone can sell you insurance. However, is it going to be the insurance you need? When life surprises pop up, you want the right coverage. When it comes time to find or renew your policy, give me a call. I would love to review your existing policy and show you what I can do for you. You can email me at james@mypreservegroup.com or give me a call at 651-728-4334.
When shopping for a mortgage, there is a formula to get the best rate. With the market today, knowing this formula is more important than ever. My name is Chad Priebe with Bell Bank Mortgage. I have over 20 years experience in the mortgage industry and in home buying education. I'd like to share this useful tool with you to help you shop for your mortgage. You can find me at chadpriebe.com or call me at 651-207-9274.
Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Today, talking about past the peak tactics buyers and sellers can use. Just touched on some interesting stats. Hopefully, sellers got something out of that. But for buyers, let's focus on that a little bit here. So, we were in a market where I was really advising a lot to wait until Monday to go see a house, right? Because it was so aggressive. Homes were going heavy multiple offers. We were seeing that waived inspection rate on the climb. Yep. Which is, it's just not, one of the biggest financial transactions that most people ever make. Not a great idea. So why don't we wait until a house that maybe has some poor marketing, that's hanging around a little bit for a while, maybe the one that has the
one that they didn't clean.
Yeah, the one that had the 3D
I've
tour.
been selling dirty houses, and my clients have been so happy.
Yeah,
the dirty ones don't sell.
The dirty ones don't sell, and all it needs is a cleaning, right?
Yep.
Right.
Go see
I
those.
get them a cleaner as their as their closing gift.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Seriously.
That's cool. Yeah. Good
So
job.
I'm shifting into more of the let's go look at it on a Friday. If we know things might be getting slower, let's get in right away. I actually love the Wednesday listings or even the Monday, Tuesday listings because those tend to have slower activity out of the gate. On average, 40% less showing activity in those first couple days
That's a big
than
chunk.
homes that list on a Thursday or Friday.
Wow.
So, going and checking out those houses can provide that opportunity so you're not putting all your cards on the table. But you brought up a great point as we were discussing the show, and that's to think, I'm going to come in and be a low ball
Yeah.
right out of the gate.
Just because it's not as competitive as it was, and we're on like a seasonal tick downturn right now, it is going to go back up again because that's how the market works.
Right.
So, and you just because you don't have as much competition doesn't mean that you don't have competition still, and it also doesn't mean that the seller's mindset is thinking that they have no competition.
Yeah.
You know, so like you had said, don't be bait. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Don't be
Don't
bait.
be the bait offer.
Yeah, if you come in 15 low on day 3, possibly
They're going to
use
use you as the other offer standing.
yeah.
We have multiples now.
We have multiples now, so everyone getting a tizzy and get that price up higher.
Yep.
If you come in low like that the first week, you're a
just
bait
really
offer.
figure out what the house is worth and what the house is worth to you. You know, time your offer. Maybe that 15 low would work in 2 more days, but just you got to really watch your timing on it. Well, man, the show's going by
went
so
fast.
quick.
They go too
Yes.
fast.
Again,
Lot of
check us
information.
out, TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. Have a class coming up, Home Buyers Hack Home Buying. Click on that link at Twin Cities Real Estate Show for classes. Love to see you there.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. People always ask realtors, what is your commission? But what they should be asking is, what is your rate of return? Commissions only vary by a couple of % from agent to agent. However, the price per square foot you get just based on their experience and the quality of marketing they use can vary by 10% or more. At BRIX Real Estate, our agents use the right marketing and have the experience to get you top dollar for your house. See what we can do for you at BRIXTwinCities.com.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.
Don't forget to check us out online anytime at TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. There you can find all of our past shows, our weekly market updates, along with the latest and greatest searching and researching tools and our free publications to include the Smart Home Buyer Guide and the Smart Seller Guide, along with the BRIX Report. All of these free for you. If you have any real estate questions, please feel free to give us a call, 651-303-0019. Again, 651-303-0019. Happy to help answer any of your real estate questions or assist with your real estate needs.